over the hill. Here we go. Come on. Come on. That's the way. That's the way. You can do it yourself. Let's see if you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. Come on. Down you come. That'll catch you if you fall. You can do it. That's the way. Keep going. Keep going. Down to Daddy. You won't fall. Daddy's here to catch you. Daddy will always catch you, matey. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Here it is. Here it is. Clever boy. Your Daddy's wonder boy.
Don't. In the car. Don't. Now don't.
I remember this so clearly. They just wrapped him in a little cream woolen blanket and put him in my arms, and I thought he was okay. He was, he was really pretty little baby. But apparently, within a couple of hours, his brain had started to swell because he'd been so damaged. And he started to have fits. Richard, concentrate on what you're doing. Turn round. Watch what you're doing. Watch your plate. Good boy. It's interesting, the passage of time. I think when we made the first documentary all those years ago, I was still coming to terms with Richard's birth, and I was in grief and probably still in a state of shock. And I used to compare him a lot with what I thought he might have been if he hadn't suffered brain damage. But since then, these many years later, I can feel that I've sort of resolved a lot of those feelings. And I often think I never compare Richard with what he might have been these days. I just see him as he is and accept him completely for who he is.
In relation to the previous documentary, I thought it focused a heck of a lot on the negative side of Richard. I didn't think it did him justice. There are elements of a monster there, somebody out of control. I didn't like that. I thought there was too much focus on that. There were some positive bits that could have been brought to the fore, that could have been focused on, and they weren't.
I think we had a very, very tense household. But after Charlie and I split up, Richard was not living in the same degree of a stressful home environment. And also he didn't have two people who were responsible for his care that were disagreeing with each other all the time.
The marriage didn't bust up because of Richard. Richard was just additional stresses and strains, which brought into fairly sharp focus the different values that we had in relation to child rearing. So I was much more for taking risks, and Deirdre was much more for a quiet life, anything to keep things quiet. And I believed that Richard needed to be pushed a bit, that there were things that he should be doing whether he wanted to or not. And so I'll be trying to encourage him to do those things. I was always prepared to try and give it a go. Hello, Reggie Pig. Daddy's home. Richard's been living with me for about 8 years now. He still goes to Deirdre about half a dozen times a year, but he plays up on her and she can't manage his behaviour. It's always a bit of a rush when I first arrive home before the washing gets wet again. That means a quick load of washing in the morning, you see, before you go into work to do your day's work.
You do that every day?
Well, not every day, but if there's a wet bed that you do.
And how often is there a wet bed?
Well, this week there's been 3 in a row, and last week there were 5. And it's been a little bit unsettled with him going into respite care. That's the hard bit, is always making the bed. It's bloody hard on your back. So I'll take this in. Go down and get the shirt out of that. I'm living on my own with Richard, and I'm still working full-time, but Richard has left school, so he goes to a day activity now. We work towards him being at home on his own for an hour or 2 before I come home. Hey, Richard, quieten down. He knows the place, he knows what the routine is, so he's safe and secure, and he's just sitting there watching his television. Hey, we don't do that. Let's see how hot it is. This will probably sound corny, but I didn't realise that there is this family bond, and he's mine, he's part of me, and I just love him passionately, dearly. I didn't realise the intensity that could have. He's the only child I've got. Yeah, that's basically what I'm living my life for, is for caring for Richard.
Oh, came off. Put on Richard's head. You look cute. You look cute. Let's put it on Richard's head. Let's
Play, play, play. Auf die Bäume bald your hand, day, day, day. Clappers in your hands, play, play, play. Auf die Bäume bald your hand, day, day, day. Now, Richard. Clappers in your hands, just play, play, play. Auf die Bäume bald your hand, day, day, day.
Mother had her stroke in April 98, and she was in hospital for 7 months. And then she came out about October, November last year. I cared for her for about 6 months, and then my sister moved back from Melbourne, and now we share Mother's care month to month about.
Thank you. The fact that Deirdre doesn't have so much to do with Richard has made life much easier for her. But she is still Charlie is much more inclined to treat him as a person, and Deirdre is still a bit afraid of him. Sorry, Pots, but you are.
With good reason, Mother.
She's much gentler with him than Charlie is. Charlie, if he doesn't do as he's told, you know.
It was a graduation week. So I took my mother to Richard's school for the ceremony. She'd just been released from hospital after her stroke. As part of Richard's graduation week, there was a graduation dinner. Charlie had an old suit that he'd grown out of that Richard had grown into, which he wore, and he looked very smart. And Richard was very excited about getting his certificate, being the centre of attention. But I don't think he had any comprehension that this was a passing out parade from his school into something else that lay ahead of him.
He looked such a handsome young man, all dressed up, so I was very proud of him. But by the same token, it's a rite of passage. It's moving into the next phase of the life cycle. Richard's been at the school since he was 4. He was comfortable at the school, we were comfortable with the school. We knew what the routines were, and here it was, a huge unknown.
Come on, Richard. Richard, look. Richard, we're going to get some money. You watch. Watch, Richard. Watch. Look, Richard. Richard. Look, see? We're going to put that in there. And you watch. Don't watch him. And look. Money. Come on, Richard. Richard, listen. Richard's got a man-sized strength and he has no inhibitions in using that strength. So I really don't believe that I could physically manage his full-time care at this stage in his life and my life. I'm not strong enough. But having said that, I really do miss him when he's away, and I look forward to the times that he comes to stay with me and the times that we spend together. Even when he was young, his strength, I believe, was greater than mine. And I know, I had that very intense caring role for 11 years of his life. Come on, let's go home. Let's go home. And Richard, if you hurt me,
Let's go. Here we go. You go on the motorbike. Perfect again, eh? One finger in each, that's the way. Not too many fingers in. Okay, try it again. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got it. Good boy. Put Daddy's hat on.
Run with me.
Richard doesn't adjust very well to new routines. Things like taking him riding on the back of a motorbike is fairly hair-raising. A lot of people think that I'm silly for doing that, but it's unnecessary risk. He still has no real sense of danger or no traffic sense or anything like that. Every time we go to stop at traffic lights, he peers out from behind me to see what's going on, which means that as the bike is slowing down, he wobbles the balance of it, which makes it look as though it's uncontrolled stomps every time. But that's fine, we do our things and we have a good time.
Production, make your way to the dummy chute for race 8. 250 production, make your way to the dummy chute for race 8. Race start in 3 minutes.
I don't think it's all that good for an 18-year-old to be with their parents, really. They should be out with their peers, with boys and girls of their own age. But in Richard's case, that's very difficult. So how much more we can expect from him, I don't know. It's not wise to push him beyond his comfort zone too far. I do try and take him to some things which are age appropriate. I take him to motorbike races, take him to rock concerts from time to time. He enjoys that, but he doesn't seek to interact with other people. He keeps coming back to me.
Charlie is Richard's primary carer and he creates Richard's life for him now. And whilst there's a level of guilt in relation to my lack of direct involvement in Richard's life, at some level I also think that it's appropriate for young men to be around men rather than the overprotectiveness of a mother. I don't envy the relationship between Charlie and Richard. I rejoice in it. I think it's a very beautiful thing, and I think it benefits both of them. I think Charlie gets an enormous amount out of his relationship with Richard, as Richard does from Charlie.
Right down. Right down. Good eye, Wonder Boy.
Lest we forget.
Anzac Day is a very special day for me. It symbolises, I think, the ethos of Australia about mates, about fair go, about helping out, about the underdog. I was very proud to have earned my membership to those groups of returned service people. I remember my mates who didn't come back.
As we join together in remembering the more than 102,000 brave Australians.
The first time I took Richard to a dawn service, I was very apprehensive because it was very quiet. There's a heck of a lot of people there. You can't see much and you have to stand still and be quiet. Richard played up to some extent, jumped up and down and yelled a little bit and whatever, which was, I felt awkward and embarrassed about. For the group around me, people would turn and look and sort of scowl a little bit. And when it was all over and done with, this great big bikey chap, a Vietnam vet motorcycle person, came up and said, "Good on you, mate, well done." Hey, calm down. Over there. This way. What are the things that really matter? And is it about the other things that you can do in your life, or is it about family? And I think at the end of the day, the fundamentals are about family. And by family, I mean people who care about you and your well-being above all else. And things like jobs and material possessions and those sorts of things. When you're lying on your deathbed, nobody says, "I wish I'd spent more hours at the office." It's about family, it's the fundamental.
I was 22 when I got married. In hindsight, I feel that I was a very, very emotionally immature 22-year-old. Since our marriage has broken up, I haven't spoken personally to you, and in a way I was frightened of today's interview, but I am sorry for who I was in our marriage and subsequently.
It's okay. I know you didn't mean to hurt me. And it was... And I agree that you were immature.
Well, it's true, but, can you blame a child for being a child? You get maturity from growing up, and how do you grow up if you haven't? It's not a chronological process, it's a developmental process, and I suppose it's the same with Richard, If he's not capable of doing mathematics, you can't punish him for not doing it. So anyway, I'm glad I said that.
Our marriage bust-up was the worst thing that's happened to me ever. It affected me. It nearly killed me. It was...
But it wasn't because,
pits.
in those days, that it wasn't like the loss of a great love. It was, that we weren't loving to each other. We weren't, at that stage, we weren't even supportive of each other. It must have been what it represented to you, rather than, the loss of someone like me.
It was also the loss of potential and the loss of face and the loss of all of the fundamentals. It was like shattering a crystal bowl that it was broke into 1,000 pieces, and that was the fundamental foundation of my essence and my being and my existence and who I was. And all of those things that are very uncomfortable for me, not being able to control, not being able to have fixed points, not being able to order, not being able to know what's happening, all of those sorts of things. It was absolutely devastating. At the time, Deirdre wanted me to move out, and I said, well, I'll move down to the back of the house and we'll try for 6 months. And then I used excuse after excuse for not moving out. And so I dragged on for another month or so after that. And in the end, there were no more excuses left, and I had to move out. And I remember sitting out on the back, through the French doors. There was a little area at the back with a little seat, and I sat there hugging Richard in my arms, and I just howled, and everything was gone. I'd packed my stuff, I'd got a place to live, and I had to leave, and I just sat there and hugged my boy.
Sounds like that experience was worse for you than Richard's birth.
Yes, it was. Moving out was a bit like signing those papers saying that Richard was handicapped. I wouldn't sign those forms because in my heart of hearts I was hoping that that the medicos were wrong. And if I signed the form, it was like a death, to me it was like a death, signing an execution warrant for Richard, that I would be signing something which actually condemned him to be handicapped for the rest of his life. So I resisted. I just wouldn't sign that. I didn't want it to be true. And by not doing it, I was hoping, well, it won't be true.
Hey, come to Daddy. Come to Daddy. Lovely little baby boy. Lovely little... Look, there's our mummy.
You still asleep, poor boy, eh? You still asleep. My white boy. Hey, come on, quietly. We don't do it like that all the time. You do it nice and quiet. That's the way. That's it. Here we go. Sit up. Come on, sit up. I want you on. Here we go. That's it. Good boy. Done. Okay, it's okay. We're all clean. We're all nice and clean. You wash your face. You wash your face. Good boy. That's all. Good boy. Good boy. I take Richard into respite care about half a dozen times a year on an as-needs basis. I don't feel too good about it because I see him as being my responsibility, but it's work demands. I've got to be able to keep up with my work. Hello, everyone. You settled nice and quiet down there. We'll take the jacket off. It's a bit warm. It was hot in the car, wasn't it, hey? You're a very good boy. It's very good. I'm very proud of you. Hey, you settled down. He's my wonder boy.
And his chair.
So that's some music.
Okay, yeah.
So I didn't unpack it from last time. I just topped it up a bit.
My packing's better than yours.
I know. I don't fold. I only roll.
No, I know. You're a typical male. Richard.
Hey, wonder boy, don't you bang your head. And then if he goes berserk like that, send him to his room.
Yeah.
Because he's banging his head, and that just drives me mad, that banging his head, because his brains are so scrambled already without even banging his bloody head. So you've got to use your voice, you've got to use a deep voice, and as though you really... So, hey, Richard, hey, don't you do that. You're a senior boy now, and I want to be proud of you.
Well, I'm going to do his best.
Okay,
My
thanks.
best.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, Ricky Pig. And you're very good. Sit up properly. Sit up properly. That's very good sitting there. That's very good. Get a big hug. Good boy. Okay. Here we go. Okay, that's it.
Do you see limitations to your own capacity to continue to care for Richard in the long term?
Not really, and I miss him terribly when he goes into respite care, or when he goes into respite care, or he goes to you for the weekend. Come back home and the house is just so empty. It's it seems hollow. It seems that there's no life there. And I just sort of mope around the house and have a bit of a sleep in and read the paper and whatever. But
So you don't sort of
what?
think this is my chance to do things that I really want to
No, there's not a hell of a lot. I suppose it's been so long that there's not a hell of a lot that I think that I really want to do anyway that matters.
Bring your knees up over your chest. Bring your knees up over your chest band and hold on to your knees. Good. And roll from side to side, just a little bit. Good. Bring your knees up over your chest and hold on to your knees with your hands, Craig. And roll. Hold on to your knees with your hands. Keep going. Keep going. Hold on to that foot. You say, go on, hold on to that foot and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. You say, go on. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. How many hands have we got? Too much. Richard, come on. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Let go. Let go. Let go. That's enough, Richard. Let go. This might work. No, it won't. Oh, well. Come on, buddy. Richard, let go. Come on. I don't think this is going to work. Okay. Come on. No. Let go, gentle. Richard, it's okay. No, Richard, that is enough.
Richard, let go. Come on, let go. Richard, let go.
He's getting too much attention. I think if everyone walked off, everyone just walk away.
It is not my nature to be able to communicate that very potent authority. I can't do it. Even if I try, he knows that it's not me. So I can put on my deepest, gruffest voice and he'll know that she doesn't really mean it.
Let go. Let go, Richard. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. No. Why do you want to hurt me? Don't hurt Mummy. Come on, let go. Let go. Stand up. Up. That's the boy. Now let go. Let go.
Walking up.
The demands that Richard imposed on our relationship did not allow for much, if any, nurturing. We used to play musical beds for years. One or other would be trying to get Richard to sleep. I don't think we really shared a great deal of companionship or warmth for many years in Richard's early childhood.
There we go. Heidi, Heidi, oh, the great big elephant.
We were both spending a lot of time doing our duty. I thought that I had to maintain good lawns and good gardens and get the garden in and do blokey things with Richard, and I think they were.
So do you think if we'd had a normal child that we would have been more likely to stay together?
Yeah, I think probably more likely to have stayed together, but I still don't think that it was that the cause of our marriage bust-up was Richard.
And I guess too, because you're much more about duty and obligation than I think I am, because that's more of your training, I guess, your background. But if you were unhappy in a marriage, would you stay in there come what may?
Well, yeah, basically, yes. I think that's the requirement. That's what's meant by it, by a wedding, by marriage vows. And so we had differences in relation to some of those matters as well.
So even if you're unhappy, that doesn't matter?
I don't think marriage is about happiness. You don't make
What is it about?
Well, it's about doing the right thing.
When I read that speech that you'd given, I think, to Active Foundation parents about when you'd gone home from hospital after Richard was born, and you said that you'd cried and prayed and cried and prayed all night. And that was a surprise for me to even know that you were having an emotional response, because it was very vulnerable what you were expressing, but I didn't feel that somehow or another you and I did not express our vulnerability to each other. I mean, I get surprised even hearing about what you were saying a couple of minutes ago, the pain that you had at our marriage breakup. Once again, I'm surprised to hear that that's part of how you relate to the world, because I've never heard you speak at that emotional level before.
At the time of Richard's birth, Deirdre was so devastated, and, well, yeah, it came out as being an emergency caesarean at the last minute. Do you want to fix the makeup? Oh, sorry. I think that might have been a used one. Here's a clean one.
Thank you. Okay, you go. Could you trade on Charlie?
But after the birth, Deirdre was so devastated by it that there was no way that I had to support her, so there was no way that I could dump any of my own stuff on her. And not only that, but I was in denial about it. I raced home and put a sign on the lawn saying, it's a boy, both well.
Richard. Richard. Richard, wake up, darling. Certainly there have been tensions between Charlie and I over the years, and even though we are no longer married, we still have a partnership of sorts. I think we would both agree that when it comes to Richard's well-being and care, that's our number one priority and more important than any differences we might have.
We'll be having the new millennium with family in Tassie. Richard will be there with me. Yeah, there is something symbolic about it, I think, the dawning of a new era. It's as much psychological as anything else. Who knows what the future holds? All that I can do is do the best that I can while I can and hope for the best. Well, here it is on New Year's Eve, and it's about, what's the time? 5 to 10. So it's 2 hours before the new millennium. And sitting over in the corner there is my brother Rick, who's also called Richard, and he's sitting next to Richard. And here's Jeff. Waiting for the new millennium. Next to Jeff is the Christmas tree. We've still got the Christmas tree up.
40 years old.
So there we are. Sit up, Ricky Pig. Ricky Pig, sit up. That's the way. Richard's quite tired. I think he was looking forward to going to bed. Okay, you better all start giving me a big wave, because it'll finish in a minute. Bye-bye. Here comes Richard, straggling along behind, enjoying the scenery. Enjoying the walk through the Tasmanian bush. Oh, my wonder boy. We're going on a camping holiday, aren't we? That's how Richard travels in the car nowadays. When you can compare that with what he was like before, 10 years ago, my goodness me, there's a huge difference. Put your hands down, matey, put your hands down. That's the way. What a good boy you are, Ricky Pig. What a good boy you are. What do we got here? You'll have to help hold it. Come here, come here. Come here, Maggie. You hold that one. You just stand there, you hold that. You hold that. Hold him. Hold this. Hold that, 2 hands. That's the way. Good boy. Good boy. You can hold him. Daddy, do this one. You hold that one. Hold him up. Hold him up, matey. Oh, I might have the wrong bloody ones in. Hang on. We might have the wrong ones. Come here, matey. Now, this is precarious.
And we'll put the flap up, and then we've got to go flat out to get some firewood. There we go, matey, we've got it. Come with Daddy. Come with your daddy. Let's go. Oh shit, there's a bloody fence there. Ah, we'll go down here, let's have a look down here. I'll find some wood. Good boy, good boy. Careful. Hey. Over here, Ricky Pig. Oh, take this back. Put your arms down. Put your arms down. Like that. And like that. Now you hold it. You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it tight. You hold that one tight. Better get some more. Go and get some more. Come on, matey. Back we go. Come on. Up here. We don't have time to muck around. Quick, matey. And we're camping out. We're camping out in the bush. Well, we've done a lot of travelling in the middle of nowhere, haven't we? There you go. One for you. One for me. Here's the last one. Last one. Good boy.
I don't think that when you have a child with a disability, you can predict anything. I have no expectations, none. My hope, my dream is that Richard will be at peace with himself. But as far as him being able to write his name or speak or anything that is other than who he is now, I have no sense or no anticipation or no dream or no possibility of disappointment if it doesn't eventuate. And I think, I mean, that sounds quite negative and quite pessimistic in a way, but it also brings with it a total acceptance as to what is, so that we live in the moment with Richard.
Now here we are at Calabarin on our way over to Cook to see the Olympic flame. It's about 2,000 kilometres to get there. There we are. Put your glasses on, matey.
Oceanian countries, and by the time we finish and get it to Sydney, it'll be 1,000 towns and communities. So come forward, not touch the flame, of course, but come close and have photos with it, especially the kids.
flame for purity. It's a flame which is very vulnerable. It symbolises personal performance, personal best, and I think Richard gives his personal best in relation to everything that he does. Come on, stand up. And I think I do too. I think everybody does, gives things their personal best. So it's about, Olympic flame, I think, is about giving it your best shot. I think he's enjoyed the trip. Whether he's enjoyed it more than if we just stayed at home, I'm not sure. Perhaps he would have been just as happy to have stayed at home. But you can't just live your life just by staying at home. You've got to... Life's about living, life's about doing things. Probably do it for another 20 years, and that'll make me about 75. And by that stage, Richard will be 40. I do the best that I can while I can. And then it's a bit like the Olympic torch relay. It's time to pass on the baton. You pass it on to somebody else, and somebody else has got to do it. I think by that stage, the only people that will be around will be the community, because my brothers and sisters, they'll be the same condition as me. So the community will have to take up the torch and continue on with it.